Kiwa Digital, our product is actually two products. One's called VoiceQ, which is software that helps in the audio post-production phase of film and TV, and it helps with the audio digital replacement, aka ADR, and dubbing. Our second product is Cut Pro, which is a platform that allows us to make native digital book apps, particularly for children and more recently adults. The impact of our products is really in the localization and language area, where both products allow people to take the content and either enrich it to make it easier or better or more accessible, and then also from a literacy perspective, particularly for the publishing side, whether it's a tamariki trying to increase their reading levels, or perhaps someone going from one language to another, say from English to Te Reo and so on. Yeah, examples of the products from the publishing side, Hairy Maclary was probably what most people know us for, and be able to experience that story on an iPad or a smart device in multiple languages. And then in the other side with VoiceQ is being able to experience movies. So Moana would be the most recent one, when it was done in Te Reo. They used VoiceQ, our software, to help with that dubbing process. I think what's helped us most as a company on our journey has actually been the desire and the ambition to be best in world, which might sound a bit audacious, but when you have that type of aspiration throughout the organisation, you really start to dig deep in every different way. And that takes a certain amount of resilience, because when you take on the world, it's a big game. It's all black stuff. And so we're constantly looking every day on how can we be better? What is our user experience? And what are all the big and small things that we need to do every day with detail, consistently, to make sure that we can actually be there. Challenges, they either make you better or you die. And so for us, a couple of the big challenges have been, one, just trying to remain relevant and up to date in the digital ecosystem. I mean, it's like being on the tail of a taniwha. Every time you think you've resolved something at a technology level, you've got the right algorithm, the code works, something shifts. And so we are part of a bigger system, and we're a small part of a bigger system, and making sure that we're always connected. So that's a technology challenge for us every day. At the other end, it's the human end, the tangata whenua that we're dealing with, the different groups, whether that's kaumātua level, adults, tamariki, children, understanding what their user experience is in 2018 and how do we make technology relevant to them. So from the technical side to the human side, and making sure you're on point every single day, that's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity. Where are we, Aotearoa, in terms of technology? Look, it's always seems to be that kind of David and Goliath story, and I think we as New Zealanders, as Māori, we actually quite like that, to be the ones punching above our weight. In order to do that, we need to be super sensitive to the big macro factors that are going on in the other big nations around the world, and figuring out how do we tap into that with the small, unique capability that we've got and get there quickly. And so I think it's a kind of a romantic aspiration that a lot of Kiwi companies have, and probably Māori do too, but then the rubber meets the road of, like, are you actually doing that? Are you able to connect to something bigger? And that's the million-dollar question for everybody. We've spent a lot of time on phone calls, web calls in the craziest hours of the morning, at night, when everybody else is sleeping or on holiday, working through holidays, to tap into big people like Netflix, as one example. That took a lot of, crawling and hours that you wouldn't want to do. But when you're small, you've got to do that type of stuff. And so if you're prepared to really fight hard and be really, really resilient, you can play with the big boys and girls around the world. I think more Kiwi companies can do that and should be doing that. Probably for those that are starting off, you need to get around those that have already got through there and got the war stories and the scars, just to give you a sense like you can actually make it. Because when you're in it, it can feel like it's over. You want to get out of it. It's horrible. But my parting comment would be, if you really believe in yourself, just hang on one more day.